Alright, and here we are with for your Discovering Mathematics 4A, Exercise 1.2. And today the examples I shall present to you is 1A, 2B, 3C, and 9. It'll be good if you stop talking and take out your textbook now and cross-reference these questions. Okay, now first one, right, 1A, quite simple. Alright, so I will alternate between using the Sharp and the Casio to make it a bit fair. So first one, I shall use the Sharp calculator. Okay, I'm in the correct mode now. Stat 0. Okay, so I calculate 3, comma 5. Okay, wait, forgot to clear all. So it's 3, which occurs 5 times, m plus 4, which occurs 10 times, m plus 5, occurring 13 times, m plus 6, occurring twice, m plus. Data set is equals to 4. Now very quickly, if I want my mean is 4.4. Okay, those of you with a Casio calculator can actually try to see if you get the same values. The mean is 4.4, and the standard deviation, right, is 0.841. Correct to 3 significant figures, 0.841. Okay, now for the next set of group data, you see that we run into a little problem. Notice, right, that the x value, which occurs 4 times, can either be x is greater than 30 or lesser than and lesser than or equals to 35. Similarly, this one, the frequency is 6x is greater than 35 and lesser than or equals to 40. Now, what value should we actually use now? Interesting question. Think about it. What value would you use? Okay, the value that I would use is the value that is in between. Okay, what do we mean by in between? Like 30 and 35, right? How do I find the value that's in between? I take 35 plus 30, then I divide by 2. So this one will give me 32.5. So I will write this down as 32.5. Similarly, for next one, 40, okay, here, plus 35 divided by 2 is 37.5. Right, we do the same for the rest of the data. So we will get 42.5, 47.5, and 52.5. Alright, tomorrow there is a bonus if you can answer and tell me why. Okay, the reason why I use the middle value. Okay, the first most correct answer will get a little present from me. Okay, so the question I'm asking you now is, why do I use the middle value? Why don't I use 35? Why don't I use 30? Okay, there is a very specific reason why I use 32.5. Okay, see, you can find out or think of it. Okay, now same thing, we just and use the calculator. I shall use a Casio now to be fair. Stat mode 1 VAR, ensure that the frequency is there. So I just key 32.5, 37.5, 42.5, 52.5. Okay, all the values are keyed now. Then ensure that you get the right frequencies: 4, 6, 8, 5, and 1. Okay, all the data is keyed in ready. Press the on button. Now, in order for me to get my standard deviation, no, my mean first. My mean is 41.0. Okay, now to find my standard deviation. Okay, sorry. My standard deviation is 5.49. And that's it for these two questions. Remember, bonus question for tomorrow: why do I use the middle value? Okay, or the middle of the range. Now, next question, question 3C. Okay, let me shift this down a bit. Okay, 3C. 3 C, okay, they ask us to find the mean and the standard deviation of the following data set. Okay, again it is similar. We will key in the middle value, so take a look at it for yourself. You actually look at 3C now and try it out on your own. If not, I'll just key in the data here. Alright, my data is all keyed in, and my mean for 3C is 7.49. Okay, let me write it down. The mean is equals to 7.49, and my standard deviation itself is equals to 5.50, correct to 3 significant figures. And that's it for question 3C. We move on now to our final example for today. Okay, let me shift the paper up. Okay, the final example is question 9. Okay, question 9, they tell you that 40 students were asked about a number of library books that they read in a certain month. Hey, look, audiobook. 5 students gave no response. The response of other students are summarized in the following table. Okay, the table, you should have this table there. Alright, find the mean and SD of the data shown in the table. Okay, this one, now you can pause the video, actually try to see if you can get the correct values for the mean and standard deviation, which I will simply write down for you now. The mean is equals to 2.63 books which are read, okay, and the standard deviation, okay, will be equals to 1.37 books. Alright, that is for 9 part A. Okay, 9 part B. Alright, they say if the students who did not respond are regarded as having not read any books. Okay, this one, same thing, we rekey all the data again, but for 0 books, instead of keying 2, okay, we must find out, right, how many of the students did not respond. So first, right, number of non-responders is equals to 40 minus 2 minus 5 minus 11 minus 7 minus 6 minus 4. Okay, very quickly we use calculator. I want to use mental sums, that's fine by me. Okay, there are 5 people who did not respond. So now you notice that with 5 people who did not respond, and we key them as reading 0 books, right? So if we key them as having read 0 books, instead of keying 0 2 times, we'll now key 0 as 7 times. I repeat, we'll key 0 as 7 times. So if all of it is done and is correct, you'll notice that in this case, the new mean, okay, is 2.3 books. And you key in all the data again, and your new standard deviation will be equals to 1.55. Okay, this one you can be done on your own, so I shall leave it alone. Okay, that's B1 and B2. Okay, B2, they ask you to describe the effect on the mean. Okay, if you notice, the original mean is 2.63, the new mean is 2.3. So simply, right, they say describe, just describe it to them. The mean has decreased. Alright, okay, then you notice that the standard deviation, it was 1.37, is now 1.55, okay, but the standard deviation has increased. Okay, now 9C. For 9C, they ask us if this method of treating the missing data as 0 values is appropriate. We think of it for a short while. Okay, we treat them as having read 0 books. But what is the mean number of books you have read? Okay, notice that the mean number of books, right, that is read is actually 2.63. And also, alright, if you notice the median value, right, from this table here, okay, the median value for 35 people, okay, 35 people, the median will occur at the 17th value. So 2 plus 5 is 7, plus 11, 18. The 17th value will occur here, so the median is actually equals to 2 as well. So if the mean is actually, as we seen here, 2.63 and the median is 2, the values, right, those non-responders should be somewhat in the range of the, how we call it, like the average. Okay, it should be around 2.3, and no, sorry, it should be around 2.63, or it should be around 2 as well. So, but instead of keying either 2.63 or 2, what we have done is that we have keyed it as 0. So I suppose that this is not appropriate. Okay, it is not appropriate to regard all missing data alright as 0 values. Okay, this is because, as I have explained just now, the mean of the data is 2.63 and the median is 2. 0, or rather when you choose 0, 0 is far from these average values. And that concludes my presentation on the examples from exercise 1.2. Thank you for watching.